In our last couple lessons, we were solving some one-step equations, so we're going to start today's lesson with a quick review. Remember that in a one-step equation, we're looking at using one inverse operation, also we called it our property of opposites, in order to get the variable on its own. So we initially look at an equation and we stop and we say, what type of equation is it? Identify that operation and perform the inverse. Let's get started. X divided by -5 equals 10. Well, I said let's do the inverse. So if this is division, we're going to multiply both sides by -5. It cancels on the left and we're left with x is equal to -50. Just to be sure, -50 divided by -5 gives me a +10. It works. The second one is now a multiplication equation. -4 times n equals 24. Inverse would be to divide. We're going to use our division property of equality by dividing the same number on both sides. And when the signs are unlike, I get a negative answer. -6 times -4, +24, and it works. Again, think of what operations being performed. This is multiplication, so we'll divide. I'm going to leave you with these next few problems to do, and we'll go over the answers in class. So take a moment and try these problems. And now on to today's lesson. Today we're going to look at a problem-solving strategy called Guess, Check, and Revise. And our goal is to use this strategy to solve a particular problem. So let's start with our problem. And it involves ticket sales. The theater club at school, here at Union Catholic, we call it PAC, put on the fall play. For one performance, the club sold 133 tickets and raised $471. Tickets for adults cost $4 and $3 for students. How many student tickets and how many adult tickets were sold? So we want to know number of tickets. Important information, there was 133 tickets. They raised $471. Cost was $4 and $3. So again, I've taken the time to highlight some of the important information in the problem, and now we'll ask some direct questions so that we know exactly what numbers we need to involve ourselves with. How much does each type of ticket cost? Well, again, we had $4 for adults and $3 for the students. Second question. How many tickets did the club sell for this particular performance? They sold 133 tickets. You need to write down what it is the number represents. It's called unit analysis, so these are the tickets. How much money did the club raise? Well, we're talking about dollars, so let's put a dollar sign, and they raised $471. And we already know what we're looking for, the number of each type of ticket. So we're going to use this strategy and we're going to set up a table with information. We're going to list our guess and test it out. Now, what do we need to know? We need to know that we need a total of 133 tickets. We need to know that the money total was $471. We also should remind ourselves that it was $4 for adults and $3 for students. Those are the pieces of information we're going to use to complete this table and come up with our conclusion. So I said, let's just pick a random number. I picked 60. Now, if we have a total of 133 tickets, I'm going to subtract 60 from the total to find out how many student tickets there are. Then I go to calculating the money value. Well, adult tickets were $4, so 60 times 4 is my $240. And We found out there were 73 students, so that would be times 3, which is 219, which gives me $459. Remember, we're dealing with money here. It says money total. All right, 459, not quite enough. So we have to now adjust our table. Remember, guess, check, and revise. So we checked, it didn't work, so we need to revise. I'm just going to take this and raise the value of the number of adult tickets because they're the ones that cost more. So I just decided to try 80. So I'm going to take that 133 and subtract 80. This time it'll be 80 adults and 53 students, which gives me a total of 133. So take your 80 times 4 and your 53 times 3, and let's calculate. That gives me 320 plus 153. I'm sorry, 159. And we get a total of 479. Okay, so that tells me that I am now over. So I have to revise again. So this time, I'm just going to go down to 70. You see, I'm just scaling up a little, scaling down a little, till I get to the right amount. Now, I created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows in my table. You may need less, you may need more. Keep working on the problem, and we'll discuss the results in class together today to see what we come up with.